Next up, we'll bring up bomber winner from last July the 6th. We got Chaz Baca Jr. coming up.
Yay!
Chaz, you won the bomber race last weekend. You did a great job. You started in the back. We'll get to that just a little bit later. Once one of the reasons you did make it all the way from the back of the pack all the way to the front is that check sitting right in front of us. You got the Sport Kart Grand Nationals. You got 5th place. You went to California, qualified for Nationals in karting, which is a feat in itself. Qualified for Nationals, went all the way over to California. Came in 5th place. You guys see that check right in front of us, Sport Kart Grand Nationals. That's a major accomplishment. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what helped you get there? What got you into karting?
Okay, so I'll start with what got me into karting. The very first thing I ever raced was speedway karts, dirt speedway karts. Tyler Meckel, I went with him to his race one time, and I liked what I saw, so I came home and told my dad I want a go-kart. And he got one for me, and I went racing at their big event that weekend. And that's where it started, and I raced those for 4 years. And during that time, Shelby Fry, we met her at the dirt track, and she introduced us to Octane Raceway, which was at that time F1 Race Factory, and started going there and got into the karting, the indoor road course karting stuff. And then I started getting sponsorships from them and stuff, and I started liking the road course karting and all that. And then we went to Cal Speed for a couple of their smaller races in California, and I started liking the outdoor stuff too, and it was fun. So I decided to try to run one of their big events, and it was there was 100 drivers. It was a 3-day event. There was 4 races each day. Each of them were like 15 minutes long, which is like, I think on that track it was like 12 laps. And it was fun because it's drafting. You have to draft like your whole way. It's like a Daytona race. You have to strategize the whole race. You have to work with people you know, your friends, anybody you can, just to get to the front. Try not to get beat out of the way. And it was a long weekend. The first day, I had won my first 3 races I was in right off the bat. And then my 4th race, I ended up getting 5th. And then we came into the 2nd day, and I had a target on my back because none of the California guys like an Arizona guy going down there and whooping on him. So the 2nd day, I had a target on my back. Ended up getting some bad finishes because I was getting knocked out of the way. I think I started with a 6th and then 9th, and I think I got a 3rd in there, and then a 5th. And then it knocked me from 1st in points to, I believe, 7th place, and then came into the 3rd day, and I was 7th. And the first race, there was 2 races on the 3rd day, and there was a semifinal, and then for me a final. I got 3rd in my semifinal, and then started 11th in the final race, which is the top 25 in points. So it was a really tough competitive race. Ended up qualifying 11th, and then in the race, me and my teammate Kyler Rapella ended up working our way up to 2nd and 3rd. So it was a fun weekend.
100 divers qualified, and you ended up 5th place. That's a pretty good achievement, and just something to say about your driving skills. So that's a great achievement. That's congratulations, Chaz, on 5th place at the Grand Nationals of karting.
Yeah. All right. Woo.
Back to that a little bit about this past Saturday night. You actually had to start in the tail end of the field for the Bomber main with Steve Sabowski, correct?
Yep.
Steve, our current points leader in the Bomber division, and Chaz both started in the back. You guys made your way to the front, and you had a pretty heated battle with Bub, Justin Laughlin there for a little while, and worked your way to the front and managed to take home that checkered flag amongst 30-mile-an-hour winds. So that was a pretty good feat in itself, and probably probably the 4th win you've got this year.
That was my 5th win at ET this year, and I've got 1 at Casa Grande. So.
But it was a great win for you, and you won. How many times you won in your mod light out there this year?
At ET 2 overall this year, I've got 6.
Like I said, we
Definitely appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate you guys' family coming out to the pit party tonight, and it was a great win for you guys. Who'd you like to thank for putting you up here on the podium this weekend?
Well, definitely number 1, my dad, and the car owner, Del Baker. all my sponsors, Octane Raceway, the tire store, Pratster Wraps, Santan Ford, everybody who helps, my mom, my grandparents, my uncle who's there every week, my cousin with him, and my best friend Kyler. He seems to be able to make it to every one of my races, even if he's not racing like a mod light race or whatever. Just everybody who helps me out.
How did Kyler do during the main event? You said he got 15th or 16th in the main event. So I put 2 Arizona guys in the top 20 in the nation. That's pretty impressive feat.
And you got anybody else that you'd like to thank or anything you'd like to add?
Well, I'll be at Arizona Speedway with the Mod Light and the Bomber this weekend, so whoever's watching on video, want to go out there and watch, check it out. Yeah.
Thanks for everybody for coming out. We enjoy you guys, and thanks for coming.
Woo! Yeah.